In the heart of 17th century West Central Africa, the kingdoms of Ndongo and Matamba pulsed with life, yet teetered on the brink. Portuguese encroachment, driven by the insatiable hunger of the transatlantic slave trade, cast a dark shadow over the land. Into this crucible of conflict, a figure of extraordinary resilience and cunning was born, Njinga Mbande. From her earliest years within the royal court, Njinga displayed a sharp intellect and an unyielding spirit that set her apart. While her brother Angola Mbande ascended to the throne, his rule was marked by weakness, a vulnerability the Portuguese were quick to exploit. As Ndongo buckled under increasing pressure, it was Njinga who emerged as a beacon of defiance. In 1622, she was dispatched to Luanda, the Portuguese stronghold, on a desperate diplomatic mission. The Portuguese governor, intending to humiliate her, offered no chair. Unflinching, Njinga commanded one of her attendants to kneel, creating a human seat, a bold assertion of her equal status. Her negotiations were shrewd, her arguments forceful. She even agreed to a strategic baptism, taking the Christian name Ana de Sousa, a move calculated to appease the Europeans and buy her kingdom precious time. A fragile peace was brokered, but Portuguese promises proved as fleeting as the morning mist. Their treachery continued, their raids for captives undiminished. The death of her brother soon after, under circumstances many found suspicious, thrust Njinga into the heart of the storm. She laid claim to the throne of Ndongo, a woman in a world dominated by men, facing not only the might of Portugal but also internal rivals who questioned her legitimacy. The Portuguese intensified their aggression, forcing Njinga to flee her ancestral lands. But she was not defeated. Far from it. In the rugged lands of Matamba, she forged a new power base, rallying those who yearned for freedom. Njinga proved to be a military strategist of genius. She allied herself with the fierce Imbangala warriors, adopting some of their martial customs to strengthen her forces. For nearly 4 decades, Queen Njinga waged a relentless war against the Portuguese. She was not a queen who ruled from a distant palace. She was a warrior queen, often leading her troops into the thick of battle, her presence inspiring awe and terror in equal measure. She masterfully played European rivalries, forming an alliance with the Dutch when they briefly seized Luanda, hoping to drive the Portuguese from Africa altogether. Her armies, a diverse coalition of Ndongo loyalists, Matamba warriors, Imbangala bands, and escaped slaves, employed sophisticated guerrilla tactics, turning the landscape itself into a weapon. She faced betrayals, devastating losses, and moments of profound despair, yet her resolve never wavered. She became a symbol of resistance, a living legend whose name echoed across the continent and even in the courts of Europe. Njinga's struggle was more than a fight for territory. It was a fight for the soul of her people, for their right to exist free from foreign domination. As the years wore on, even the Portuguese began to recognize the futility of trying to crush her indomitable spirit. In her later years, Njinga, ever the pragmatist, negotiated a treaty with Portugal in 1656. While it did not grant full sovereignty to Ndongo as she had always wished, it secured Matamba's independence and brought a measure of peace to her war-torn lands. She focused on rebuilding her kingdom, consolidating her power, and, in another strategic turn, formally re-embraced Christianity, seeking to integrate her realm into the wider world on her own terms. Queen Njinga Mbande died in 1663, well into her 80s, undefeated. Her life was a testament to the power of courage, intelligence, and unwavering determination in the face of overwhelming odds. She remains an icon of African resistance, a unifier, a brilliant diplomat, and a formidable military leader whose legacy continues to inspire. Subscribe.